everyone! We decided we would get down to making some owls. We've had a few requests, and I love owls. They're one of my favorite animals, so we're going to do an owl. But not today. Today I'm going to tell you that you need to get into your yarn storage and find all of your thick scraps, your strange kinky little bits that don't make any sense, that you wouldn't know what to do with otherwise. You're going to need a little bit of skinny acrylic, a couple of buttons, a little bit of felt. These are the things you're going to need in order to make this little hooter. But today we're going to make the appropriate accoutrement that you should have on in order to make something enchanted. And I am of course talking about this cute little crocheted little band. I don't know what I would call this. It's sort of like a crown of flowers. Yeah, let's go with that. It's made out of crochet cotton, simple crafter's cotton. There are 3 colors here: a simple green, a little yellow for the center of the flowers, and white for the petals. And that's what we're going to make today, so that you can wear this when we make him a little later on. So grab your hook and your scissors and your yarn needle and a little bit of crochet cotton, and we're going to get right down to it. We're going to start by making the vine on which our flowers will be sewn, and we're actually going to make this a leaf begins and a leaf ends, and we're going to make it all in one piece. So you're going to take your light green crochet cotton, and you're going to take your favorite hook. I'm using a 4.25 millimeter hook, or a G6. First, we're going to create a slip knot. Then we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to slip stitch into the second chain from the hook, single crochet into the next one, half double crochet into the next one, and then into the last chain we're going to double crochet 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to work up the back side of the foundation chain. Into the next stitch we're going to half double crochet. Oops. It's a little bit finicky. Then we're going to single crochet. Then we're going to slip stitch. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to slip stitch into that top little piece there, anywhere you can get your hook in. Now we're just going to take a moment, and we're going to just weave in that little end. There we go. Now we're going to slip stitch down the center of our leaf, and you do that by taking your hook, putting it directly into that center hole, grabbing your yarn, pulling it back and through. Identify the next hole in the center, hook goes through, grabs the yarn, pulls it through the loop. Next hole in the center, next hole in the center, and then you're pretty much at the end. So you're going to pick this little space between these 2 double crochet. You're going to go through there, and then you're going to go through this little end stitch, and you can actually split the stitch in half if you want to make sure it's secured. There we go. And we've now created a really pretty little leaf. Now we're going to chain between 90 and 100, and the way you know it's long enough is that you can loosely drape it around the crown of your head with a little bit of dangle left. So maybe 2 or 3 inches of dangle left, and then your little leaf. So start chaining and checking to make sure how long it is, and I'll see you at the end of your chained length. 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Alright, I've now done 100. This fits around the crown of my head with enough little dangle that I can have my leaf hanging on a little bit of vine just below either the back of my head or my ear, wherever I want that piece to sit. Now, since you're at the end of your chained length or your vine, you're going to now do the next leaf. So we're going to, just like the beginning, chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to slip stitch into the second chain from the hook, single crochet into the next one, half double into the next one, and here's where it gets funky. We're going to put 6 double crochet into this stitch. 3 are going to be on this side of the vine. 1, 2, 3, and the rest are going to be on this side of the vine. So you're actually going to try and just keep that vine, ignore it, pretend it's not there. You flipped your work. This is the hole you're still working into. You're going to double crochet. Keep that vine out of the way. 1, 2, 3. We're going to half double crochet into the next stitch, single crochet into the next stitch, slip stitch, chain 1, slip stitch back into it, and just like before, we're going to slip stitch all the way down the center of this pretty little leaf. So you identify the first hole in the center, the next hole in the center, and the third one, the fourth one. You're going to pick one in between these 2 double crochet here. Now, this is where this is a bit easier than the first one we made. You're going to make sure that your vine is facing upright, and you're going to put your last slip stitch into that vine. Just like that. There we go. You're going to snip your yarn, fasten off, pull it tight, grab your little yarn needle and just weave that end back up through the back of your leaf. Snip what you don't need. And there you have it. One vine with 2 little leaves. Now, right here, you can make this into a necklace. You can make this into an adorable bit of gift wrap. This is just absolutely adorable, and it has multiple possibilities. But what we're going to do with it now is make sure that it fits our heads, and we're going to make the little flowers that go on it. I put 5 flowers on mine. You guys can make however many you want, but now I'm going to show you how to make one of the flowers. So to make one of the cute little daisies that I have on my flower headband, you're going to make a cinch circle. And you're going to single crochet 6 into this circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Cinch it shut, slip stitch into that first single crochet, and fasten off. Now I like to leave a little bit of a tail on this one because I'm actually going to sew the daisies to the vine using that center piece. And you just weave in the end. Just to get it out of your way. So we're going to make the petals now. You're going to start with a slip knot. Your white petal color, or whatever petal color you're going to use. And you're going to pick any one you want. You're going to join with a slip stitch. And you're going to chain 2. 1, 2. You're going to double crochet into the same stitch that you joined in. It's a little tricky, so take your time. You're going to do it one more time. So that's 2 double crochet into the same stitch that you joined in. Chain 2 and slip stitch into the same stitch. And there's a petal. You're going to slip stitch into the next stitch along the center of your daisy. Chain 2, double crochet into the same stitch, double crochet into the same stitch again, chain 2, burp, burp, slip stitch into the same stitch, and that's a second petal made. You're going to slip stitch into the next stitch. Now, because there's always a false stitch when you close off a circle and you want to have 6 petals, just count. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. We've already made 2, so I'm going to skip this little false stitch here and I'm going to slip stitch into this one. Chain 2. Double crochet into the same stitch, double crochet into the same stitch again, chain 2, and slip stitch into the same stitch. There's 3 petals made. Alright, go ahead and make the last 3 petals, and then make however many more of these little flowers you want, and I'll see you in a moment for us to join them all onto our vine. Okay, so I've made my 5 little daisies, and I've got my vine with my 2 little leaves on it. Now we need to make sure that it's gonna fit around our head, and we're gonna tack it into place. So hold it so that you've got each leaf dangling equally on either side, and just wrap it around your crown very neatly and cross it until you see them both hanging relatively the same. One hanging a little higher than the other's okay. Hold it there. So that's good right there. And then keeping your fingers on it, take it off. And you're going to lay it down right in front of you. Make sure that you haven't crossed your string anywhere, that it's still nice and even, like it's not twisted. And you're going to cut yourself a little length of yarn, and you're just going to thread it through your needle here, and you're just going to tie this together. Now you can just sew through this a couple times, just like that. That's good. And then you're going to knot it together. And then you're just going to weave your ends in along the back of your vine. And there's no real fine science to this, just pick up those little loops, maybe every second one, because that's a little easier. There we go. And you can leave a little bit, or you can clip it off, whatever you feel like. And you're going to do the same for the other side. Alright, so now you've got your pretty little vine, and you've got it joined so that you know it fits around the crown of your head. Now you're going to take your daisies and you're going to place them evenly along the vine, just like so, and decide where you want them. And then with the little tail that you left behind from making the centers, you're just going to quickly sew them into place. And don't worry, you can always go back, and the trick is you want to keep them all being sewn onto the top side of your vine. And there's no real fine science to this, just make it work. And when you're finished, you just knot it off and weave your end in underneath the flower, and nobody will see it. And just go ahead, sew all 5 flowers to your vine, and then we'll see you at the end. Ta-da! Awesome. And there you go! One flowery crown fit for a princess, or in this case, a wood nymph. They also make really cute little necklaces, and they can, if you don't tie them together, you can use them as gift wrap, ties for things, just about anything your little brain could possibly think up. But I love wearing flowers in my hair, and because we've used crochet cotton, it washes really well and it will form more comfortably to your head after a while too. So you can wear these to bonfires, you can wear them to the beach, you can wear them to work, you can wear them to school, you can definitely wear them to festivals, any kind of outdoor parties, barbecues. I mean, they're just pretty much the best summer headdress, and it is perfect for making fantastic little creatures like the owl, which is upcoming very soon. So please stay tuned. Please like and subscribe if you found this was helpful, or at least very entertaining. And we will see you again really, really shortly. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it, and we will see you again. Bye!